The ebb and flow of 5,000 years of human history has witnessed the rise and fall of once splendid ancient civilizations, among which only the Chinese civilization survived. China created an era of prosperity where nations across the world sent envoys to China in reverence. The country was honored as the Celestial Empire. Its culture profoundly affected the entire East Asia, forming a cultural circle in the Greater China region. The opening of the Silk Road, as well as the spread of the four major inventions to the west, facilitated the development of world civilization, resulting in the Renaissance in Europe and the discovery of the new continent. The Chinese nation also encountered many ordeals and tribulations, especially in the contemporary era. Domestic troubles and foreign invasions wreaked constant havoc. In the mid-20th century, ever since the communist spectre from the West usurped political power in China, it has been killing people, destroying culture, and damaging the environment. As a result, the mountains and rivers are ruined. Countless lives were lost in massacres. The once glorious civilization fell into darkness and was almost destroyed completely. Even after the Communist Party seized power, it has been waging various political campaigns and even launched the unprecedented Cultural Revolution. Why? Why does the Chinese Communist Party view Chinese people and culture as its enemy, and would not be satisfied until they are eliminated? Why in the past century did China become the most tightly controlled and most brutally persecuted nation by the Communist spectre? This book, The Ultimate Goal of Communism, reveals for the first time that communism is not a trend of thought, nor a doctrine, nor a failed attempt of human beings to find a way out. It is the devil, also known as the spectre of communism. It is composed of hatred and various degenerated substances from the lowest planes of the universe. Its ultimate goal is to destroy mankind. The most evil means the communist spectre has used to destroy mankind is to destroy the divine culture imparted by the Creator for saving sentient beings. This divine culture is the traditional Chinese culture. Over 4,000 years ago, a global flood put humanity at the brink of extinction. Each race and ethnicity have recollections about this flood. Very few people survived as they became the seed for humans to reproduce. In Chinese history, it was during Emperor Yao's reign when the Great Flood swept the earth. As the monstrous flood submerged many high mountains, the Chinese nation as a whole fortunately survived, and preserved the glorious civilization of remote ages, including the Taiji, Hertul, Luoshu diagrams, the Book of Changes, Bagua, and so on, which today's people find hard to understand. According to records from ancient to present, when Emperor Yao was holding a heaven-worshipping ceremony, the divine being revealed its image in front of Yao and told him, "The flood arrives to endanger the human world. You must save the people." As such, the legend of Great Yu taming the flood began. The era of Emperor Yao, Emperor Shun, and Emperor Yu is known as the beginning of the Chinese nation's recovery from the devastating flood. The Great Yu's governance of China created a new living environment for the Chinese people, who have flourished till the present. This is the divine's special blessing to the Chinese nation. Without the protection of the divine, the Chinese nation, like all other nations in the world, could not have survived the disaster. The divine deliberately chose the Chinese nation among many ethnic groups, and bestowed upon it the divine culture, also known as the semi-divine culture. Of course, it was to prepare for even greater arrangements afterwards. Different dynasties of China had different territories. In its essence, China is called the Middle Kingdom, not because of the geographical concept, but it carries the meaning of the nation in the center. Aspects of the Chinese culture stem from divine arrangements, such as its status, characteristics, structure, and elements. The land of China is a unique place. chosen by the gods to be the central kingdom, the starting place where the great way of salvation will be spread. Therefore, everything about China, from the surface level natural environment and population distribution to historical development, cultural establishment, as well as the existence of various religions and cultivation methods, are the orderly arrangements by the gods. In the long history of China, the Creator reincarnated as sage rulers, intellectuals, Buddhist monks, Dalits priests, martial arts masters, government counselors, and great military commanders, in order to lead the people with extraordinary origins, to establish living environments for the people in the divine land, to regulate moral standards, to enrich thoughts, to pioneer righteous culture, and to establish the rule of law. As such, each dynasty played out on the stage one after another, featuring unique emperors and people, distinct culture, clothing, customs, as well as special connotation and characteristics. This eventually evolved into a magnificent and comprehensive layout of 5,000 years of divine culture. Emperors and chancellors such as the Qin dynasty's first emperor Yin Zheng, the Han dynasty emperor Han Wu, Emperor Cao Cao, Chancellor Zhuge Liang, the Tang dynasty emperor Taizong, the Yuan dynasty emperors Genghis Khan, the Ming dynasty emperor Yongle, the Qing dynasty emperor Kangxi, were known for expanding China's territory, establishing ties with neighboring countries and ethnic groups, and spreading traditional Chinese culture to faraway land. The Qing and Han dynasties reunified the 6 states, opened up the region to the west, conquered the Wuhuan in the north and the Nanman in the south. During the 2 Jin dynasties and the northern and southern dynasties, there was a massive southern relocation of nobles to the Yangtze River Valley. During the Sui and Tang dynasties, neighboring ethnic groups interacted with the central kingdom in various ways. Some claimed affiliation and paid tributes, some waged wars, some tied with marriages and resulting peace deals, and others came to study or do business. The 2 Song dynasties, who founded the Liao and Jin kingdoms, Genghis Khan unified the vast desert land and made an exhibition to Europe. Emperor Yongle of the Ming dynasty sent envoys on voyages across the ocean, with all sentient beings taken into consideration. The divine systematically arranged and saw to it that traditional Chinese culture spread all across the world, in an effort to lay the foundation for universal values cherished by people across the world.